So initially I went to buy rock and roll and got the package from Amazon, and sure enough, it was marked wrong. Right on the box says rock and roll, and it's Copperhead. Cobra, Copperhead. I mean, how much more do you need besides Cobra, Copperhead? But apparently, somebody wasn't paying attention. And then, I think it's funny because some people will say, oh, they don't care. They don't care in the Amazon warehouse. Well, yeah, actually, if you find one of those, because, these people obviously never worked at where Amazon warehouse. If you find one of those marked incorrectly and report it, you have to do a bunch of paperwork to get, to deal with it. Then you have to deal with the fact that you just spent an hour off your time, which affects your rate because you have to pick so many things an hour, and they set an impossible level, by the way, and you've just wasted an hour of your time. So your average is going to go down because you've not lost an hour. See, when it affects your bottom line to be productive with customer service, that's when you get shit like this. Anyway, Amazon sucks. We'll just say it that way and move on. I was going to try to send this back, but then I got to thinking, I'm like, well, I could at least look at him. I ended up liking the figure, I have to admit. I mean, he's not the best in the world, but he's not terrible. Copperhead's not my favorite character in G.I. Joe either. I mean, he's kind of a blank slate in a certain way because he's just like the dude that drove the boat. He says a couple of words. Sounds like he may be Southern. Not quite sure. And that's about all we got on him. I mean, let's face it, he's not got the most dynamic character in the world. And I'm just going to be honest, accessories are a little weak on this one. People always go off and say, oh yeah, G.I. Joe has tons of accessories. Well, I tend to not think so, and I think this one really proves it. He's got a gun and another gun. He's got two pew-pews. He's got a holster for one, he's got a holster that can go on his back. Neither one can close up, by the way. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I ain't making it, working it. I mean, people complained about certain other companies' vests not closing back. What's the trick on these? Can we talk about that? Oh, no, we can't. Okay, never mind. It does have a machete. At least there's that. I mean, that makes it a little more interesting. And that's about it. He really needs this big accessory, the boat. And as soon as you say that, people go, hey, there's a Fortnite boat at Ollie's. Why do I have to go to another toy line to meet up Hasbro's shortcomings? But that is my other issue with him, though. He doesn't come with his signature vehicle. And that seems kind of weird to me. And honestly, kind of wrong. And I don't think Hasbro was really thinking about that at this point. What really shows me is, since, they're bringing out the Vamp, yeah, they really were not thinking about it. Until, oh wow, the His Tank funded. Oh wow, the Dragonfly funded. People want vehicles. Well, okay, I want vehicles, but not 1/12 scale. Not that I think the 1/12 scale is bad. It's just I got all these 1/18 ones that I want to keep, and they take up a lot of room. What are you going to do when you throw in a 1/12 scale vehicle? Yeah, that's going to take up twice, 3 times as much room. No, I'm not gonna go there. They're also more expensive, so that's why I pass on them. But, I was aiming at another figure, but I did get this one, and I wasn't unhappy with it. Is he the best? No. Is he the worst? No. I mean, I do like the way the helmet turned out. It's a little different than the original figure, but that's okay. And I like the way he looks overall. I don't like him enough to get the P version of him. P-head. Python Patrol Copperhead. I have the original Python Patrol Copperhead. Because the reason being is because I bought one of those I never got the water moccasin when it first came out. I got it when they did the mail away, but they had no driver. And guess who was selling in the store at the time? Python Patrol Copperhead. There you go. The only way to make that funnier is you get the Tiger Force repaint, and then you have Python Patrol Copperhead drive it. And I knew a couple people who did that. So, yeah. Anyway, he is a fun figure, though. I mean, I don't hate him. I'm definitely keeping him. Even though he was a mistake, I'm keeping him just because he's fun. And it's just a fun. Now I got a funny little story behind this figure. That kind of makes it a little more sweeter, I think. Sometimes when you have funny stories behind your figures, it makes you want to keep them more. You know, even if it's not that valuable or even sentimental, it's just this funny story that you really like to retell. So, at least I have that with this Copperhead. Okay, that wraps up this edition. Don't forget to do your stuff, and